Show of hands, who's ever been told they're too needy in a relationship? Show of hands, who's ever been overwhelmed trying to meet the needs of their partner? I'm Danielle Pailly, and today's topic is the truth about being too needy. The truth is, we all need each other. Healthy relationships aren't about having fewer needs, they're about understanding each other's needs. And needs vary. For example, one person may need more quality time and affection than the other person. Maybe the partner needs more independence, or if there's been a disagreement, time to process the information. Neither need is wrong. And those in healthy, happy relationships discuss their needs and find ways to honor and respect both people. Now, what I hear all the time in coaching, typically from women, not exclusively, but more often than not, is, I am too needy. I am too much to handle. I expect too much in relationships. Now, these thoughts often come after a relationship is ended, when a relationship is in trouble, or when someone is looking for a partner and maybe not finding a good match. Here's what I'd like you to remember. Having needs doesn't make you needy. It is healthy to express what you need. Can your partner say no? Of course. Can they ask for a compromise? Absolutely. But stifling your needs may leave you unhappy and resentful. And in many relationships, not expressing your needs can be more damaging than respectfully expressing them. Now, there's a flip side. Perhaps a partner is concerned about the needs or being able to meet the needs of another person, or they observe behaviors that concern them. Perhaps they feel like they're always walking on eggshells, doing everything they possibly can to make sure the other person is happy, and they're exhausted. They may describe these behaviors as needy when what they're really trying to say is, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. Now, for a moment, I'd like to share a few examples of responses in these situations that are not helpful. These are wrong answers. You are being so needy right now. You can't make the simplest of decisions. I have to figure out everything for the both of us. Every time we argue, you assume I'm going to leave. You're like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your neediness is pushing me away. Why are you always so emotional? You're a bit much right now. Now, I'm not trying to villainize a person who's becoming reactive. They may genuinely feel overwhelmed, so the goal is not to blame or decide who's right or wrong. It's to understand what's happening underneath patterns that we define as neediness. So instead of asking, why is this person so needy? You might ask, what need is underneath this behavior? And I'll give you some examples. These are not exhaustive. These are just a few that come up regularly. Perhaps a person is feeling vulnerable. Maybe they fear abandonment or struggle with low self-worth. So this leads them to seek reassurance that they're smart enough, pretty enough, lovable enough, or simply enough. Perhaps the person who's being perceived as needy grew up in an environment where decisions were made for them, or they were constantly told by everyone around them, wow, you make really bad decisions. And as an adult, they may struggle to trust themselves or act independently. Maybe someone grew up in an environment where they were taught that emotions are to be swept under the rug, or there was a bad reaction among other people if they ever expressed emotion, so they learned to bottle it up. And after bottling everything up for years, those emotions eventually come pouring out. And finally, perhaps someone never learned how to self-soothe or regulate difficult emotions. Maybe they've never practiced meditation or mindfulness and learned how to basically control their temper or feel the feelings without lashing out. As a result, they may rely heavily on a partner for comfort, leaving both people feeling emotionally exhausted. Do people have needs? Yes. Does that automatically make them too needy? No. So the issue isn't that someone has needs, it's whether those needs can be expressed, managed, and shared in healthy ways. And in many healthy relationships, both partners contribute to the cycle, even if they contribute in different ways. I say most or many because there are exceptions. If someone's in an abusive relationship or a relationship where there's significant untreated mental health concerns, it can seem very one-sided. I'm talking about most couples. And for most of us, we all come with baggage. We all come with problems and things from our past and things that have made us who we are now. Being in a healthy relationship is about helping each other unpack and sort through that baggage, not expecting one person to carry it all. So, what are some better answers? I gave wrong answers. Please share in the comments below if you've had these experiences and what you've learned or what words have been helpful for you in the past. I'm going to share some right now. I sense you're feeling really vulnerable right now. What can I do? Help me understand what's happening for you in this moment. What would you prefer? I trust your judgment. What's your gut say? A disagreement doesn't mean our relationship is over. I'm committed to us. What can I say or do right now to help you feel more secure? Or, you seem really overwhelmed right now. Could we take a 20-minute break and come back to the discussion when we're both feeling a little calmer? Notice that these responses don't ignore the problem. They address the need underneath. So remember, having needs does not make you needy. You are not too much because you have emotional needs. You have every right to ask for what you need, just as your partner has the right to say no or ask for a compromise. So healthy relationships are not about one person carrying all of the emotional responsibility. They're about two people learning to communicate needs, support one another, regulate their emotions, and find compromises that both people can feel good about. And that goes a long way toward bringing people closer together. Thank you for joining me.